while ago, I self-published a book through Kickstarter, and it was a nightmare. Everything about it was terrible. I busted my ass illustrating it, while my best friend at the time was blissfully procrastinating, and her fuck-up ended the friendship when she told me it was my fault for trusting her to do the work on time, and that my wanting an apology from her was, quote, just wanting me to grovel. I went headlong into a shitty publisher who lied and didn't respond, and I ultimately dragged them into small claims court over it. I lost because fraud is incredibly hard to prove, I found out later, but at least I inconvenienced them half as much as they inconvenienced me. It punched the heart out of me, and I don't want to publish anymore. But the book got good reviews. Anyway, this is a project for a book that will never exist called Lotus Fall. It's a secret play project that I have total freedom for. I've written the first book and half of the second, 4 books in all. This is one of the main characters, Basilius, who goes by Boss. He was purchased as an orphan to become a gladiator and has spent his whole life in the ring. He fights with a magical sword that is physically bonded to him, makes it uncomfortable for him to sleep, and he barely survived the process. I'll be designing his wolf form today and making some world-building decisions for his race as a whole. He's a moonkin, which are werewolf people who were engineered by humanity to be shock troops on newly discovered planets. They have a human base, a half shape, and a lupine shape. The only way you can be a werewolf and not defy the laws of nature would be nanites, which the moonkin have in their system to break them down and build them up on a programmed cellular level. However, it's been about 30,000 years since the colony ship crashed, and Moonkin ability to shapeshift is just chalked up to Moonkin magic. Moonkin are wanderers, not trusted by the other races, kind of seen as thieves and marauders, and it's not entirely undeserved. They're disenfranchised by humanity because Moonkin can breed with humans and create a Moonkin baby. Quote, the Great Replacement conspiracy runs rampant among humanity, so you can guess how fun that is for the Moonkin. The first thing I did was gather some shape language that fit the character. This is why I love Pinterest. I have 600 pins for Lotus Fall. I liked the wolves from Princess Mononoke, the wolves from World of Warcraft, Rottweilers, Pit Bulls, Ginga Nagaraboshi-gin's manga because that guy draws dog chests like they're Superman, and this picture from the back of the Red Talons tribe book from Werewolf the Apocalypse. The artist is, I believe, Christopher Timberlake, and I don't know what happened to him, but I fell in love with his work when I was like 11 years old. He did a lot of amazing, beautiful work for White Wolf and Werewolf the Apocalypse, kind of becoming their standard-bearer artist. But he vanished and I can't find him, and he hasn't done any new work that I know of. But there's a lot I like about this drawing that I want to put in Boss. It's a very anime wolf, stylized and cool. This guy's got an underbite, but I want those eyebrows and I want those paws. Boss is a gladiator, so he's in peak physical form. As I started drawing, I wonder if there was a tell that Moonkin had some domesticated dog in them, that their nanites are also programmed to make them obey humans when activated, but the knowledge of that technology is completely lost. I thought maybe they moved like wolves and carried their tails like wolves, but that maybe when they were scared, they carried their tails like dogs. Or possibly had husky-like tails. You can see I'm testing both here as I explore. I really wanted the Moonkin to be dangerous, so I gave Boss a Rottweiler kind of skull, where the arch of the skull is bigger than the snout. It would also give the Moonkin a big bite force that gets worse when they get bigger. Rotties are also muscular, so I was able to start making the body based on the big, medium, small rule. His chest and forelegs will be big, his head will be medium, and his legs and paws will be small. Technically speaking, he has big paws. I do what I call free drawing, which is where I draw whatever I want, do lessons, drills, whatever. I don't have to record for my YouTube channel. These are dogs drawn with shape structure because I needed the lesson. It was good to do. So then I drew kind of a basic idea of what I'd like Boss to look like. He's got the sword that he's permanently bonded to. He's got the proportions. He's got these anime wolf paws. This is definitely drawing that moves in the right direction, and sometimes that's all you can ask for. But here, where his shoulders are huge, really bothered me. I wanted these guys to be wolves, not hyenas, even though they have hyena bite force in their wolf forms. Nanites make them strong, what can I say? Rottweilers have straight backs, and so do wolves. So the Moonkin could have a slight uphill build and had some hyena influence in my drawings, but they couldn't be outright hyenas. They had to have straight backs. I ended up doing this sketch that went based off of the boss drawing that also world built for the Moonkin as a whole. This is a female Moonkin, smaller frame, but still has the large arched skull and short muzzle, small ears, and a heavier mane on the neck. It felt good to have a general Moonkin that shared traits with my character and looked like they belonged to the same world and still showed the same traits within sexual dimorphism, male versus female. I definitely want to design other Moonkin characters, so having base traits to draw upon is going to be useful for future character design. Then I definitely did some minor sketches that captured basic anatomy. I don't want to draw this character over and over with complicated muscles. He's supposed to be an anime wolf and he needs to be simplified. But knowing how far to go is a good way to find out where to stop. A lot of floofs studied, probably some Arcanine and Tibetan Mastiff. From here, I started to move into the face because I knew a lot of the problems being solved in the face would fix problems in the body. And I had some rules moving into the design, so I'm not completely moreless here. I knew his big, medium, small. Head is big, snout is medium, and ears are small. Boss has a lot of floof, and I wanted to give him a bit of an emo haircut. Boss has baggage. He's, the angsty guy liner guy. My favorite hairstyle of all time are the link sideburns. So I had to try and do some work finding good shape language for his mane, ruff, and hairstyle. But I was also feeling like my clay stage would solve that problem for me and become reference. I would live to regret this. So I think I've designed him as far as I can, and I want to move on to the sculpting phase. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.